Maybe you who clicked this video right now already have a plan or intention to do something. Whether it's studying or working, but your body seems to refuse to cooperate to do it because your brain or mind sees your work as difficult. And in the end, you cancel your intention to do it. Even though you really want to learn to get a certain skill, you really want to work or start looking for a job to earn money, you already realize actually that every achievement in this life will not be achieved unless you take action or do something to get it. And you also realize that it's hard and unpleasant, but your body rebels, wanting to scroll instead or open YouTube and then find this video. Have you ever thought why we hate forcing ourselves or working hard and instead love wasting time? Even though we all know that studying, working, and all good habits are good for us, what's in our brain and how can we love hard work or that difficult job? In this video, we will discuss all of that so your body loves that difficult thing and finally obeys and doesn't rebel anymore with your will to achieve that goal. Let's get into the discussion. No matter how lazy you are, I'm sure you've been excited to do something when you're motivated. Today you can study for hours or be productive. The next day you have the same desire as yesterday, but your body stays in bed all day. The job you loved yesterday when you were motivated becomes the job you dislike. Actually, at that time, you're not lacking motivation, but you're lacking reason. For you who often do something only when you feel like it. Or maybe you want to be productive, but don't know what to do. I want you to listen carefully. Your problem is not lack of motivation. Your problem is lack of a clear and strong goal, or simply a strong reason. Humans will never move without a reason. You're watching this video also for a reason. That strong reason will create a strong desire, and that strong desire will become a whip for your body. For example, there's someone who works hard day and night, doesn't care if tired or not, just to feed his child. Then there's someone who works very hard to give money to his parents. That reason is their whip. Every time they get bored or their body is hard to cooperate, they remember there's a child that must be fed. And that's their reason for working. So now, ask yourself, what reason should I have to be productive or force myself that can be my whip? Don't look for motivation. Just find your own reason that can bring that motivation. Not a shallow reason like I just want to be rich. Try to dig deeper. What do I want to be rich for? Who do I want to make happy? Then what specific thing will make all this sweat and tears worth it? Find one reason that when you imagine it, it gives you goosebumps and makes you want to move immediately. A reason that can make you ashamed of yourself if you're lazy. Because if you found this strong reason, you don't need to wait for motivation every morning. It automatically whips you to keep working. Just write it now in the comments, notes, or paper. What's your reason for doing something that you think is hard and difficult? This way can make your body finally forced to do that difficult job. But being forced to do it is not our goal. Our goal is to make the body love that difficult job. And this second way can make you level up to loving that hard work. That is, setting or reprogramming the brain. Okay, I assume you already have that reason that created the big desire, but it still makes you forced to do it. That happens because your brain now still sees scrolling as more fun and doing that hard task as unpleasant. That's the brain setting we have to change. Our task now is to hack or reprogram this perspective. We must set our own brain until it sees distraction as disgusting and hard work as pleasure. How? Simple. By playing the film of consequences in your head continuously. That means every time your hand itches to open TikTok or delay work, force your brain to think about the worst consequence of that action. Not just saying wasting time, but make it more extreme and emotional. For example, if I scroll now, it means I'm stealing time to learn a skill. No skill, no money. No money, I become a burden to my family forever. If I watch this series now, it means I delay doing the task. Task late, my grade is ruined. Then ruined grades, my parents are deeply disappointed in me. Play these consequences until it becomes automatic in your head. Over time, your brain will feel guilty and uncomfortable. Every time you want to scroll, your brain realizes that the short pleasure from this distraction is a ticket to long-term suffering. And making the brain hate that distraction is only half the journey. How to make it fall in love with hard work? The way is the same, but we play the opposite film. Make a beautiful fantasy film about your future. Every time you want to do a hard task, before starting, try to close your eyes and force your brain to imagine the sweetest end result from your hard work in great detail. For example, when you want to force yourself to learn video editing until midnight, imagine the moment you can buy your mom something with your own hard-earned money. Just feel the pride. This visualization releases dopamine, but healthy dopamine. Dopamine tied to your process of struggle, not just dopamine from instant results. Your brain learns, so this pain from hard work is the ticket to feeling much greater happiness later. This is the essence of brain setting. With this way, your brain learns and gets used to delaying instant or short-term pleasure for long-term and more meaningful pleasure. Finally, without realizing, you determine what's really worth doing and what's not. Now I want to ask, you who are watching this now, do you already have the reason we discussed earlier? If not, just write it in the comments before continuing to this third point. Because this third point only relates to those who already have a strong reason. This third way will play dopamine in your brain, which is eat that frog. After you have a goal or reprogram your brain, now we need a daily execution strategy. One of the most powerful is called eat that frog. What does it mean? Frog is a metaphor for one task of yours that is the biggest, most important, and most often you postpone. A task that just by thinking about it already makes you lazy. The theory is simple. Do that hardest task at the beginning of the day. Before you do easier things, finish your main course first. Only after that you can enjoy the light desserts. Because this strategy plays dopamine in your brain. This method depends on your decision every morning. Most people, when they wake up, they immediately feed their brain with instant or cheap dopamine. They take their phone, open TikTok or Instagram, which activities give big, fast, and easy dopamine hits. Finally, your brain gets a big reward without effort. This activity gives a very high dopamine standard for that day. Finally, when you want to do a difficult task, which naturally gives smaller dopamine, your brain immediately refuses because it feels bland, boring, and not worth it. It's like you've eaten the most delicious food first until you're full. Finally, you're not interested in other foods anymore. So, every night, before you sleep or in the morning, look at your to-do list and see which task has the biggest impact for my goal, but also which one I'm the laziest to start. Usually the answer to that question is what you must swallow that morning or what you must do that morning. So with just these 3 points, you can already make your body obey and cooperate to do the hard things. It all starts with finding your real purpose, to be the hot fuel beyond just motivation. Then you reprogram your brain every day, teach it to hate distraction and love the hard process. And also, every morning you execute using that eat that frog strategy. Use your best energy to do your biggest and hardest task first. And I don't want to make this video just your mental masturbation material. There's no instant way, especially building something positive like this. It needs force and strategy to create, to build, a disciplined body to do positive things. And I know that's really, really hard. There are many ways and mindsets I've read and known, but only a few ways really succeed in making the body disciplined to build positive habits. Share if you feel this video is useful. Greetings, high value man. Keep the spirit, bro.